sell Turkey. Special news.
Turkey, August 11th, 2025. A 6.1
තුර්කියේ ඉතා දරුණු භූමිකම්පාවක් ඊයේ රාත්‍රියේ වාර්තා වෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ ගැන සජීවී දර්ශන තමයි ඔයාලට මේ පෙන්වන්නේ. රික්ටර් මාත්‍රාංශක 6.1ක අති ප්‍රබල භූමිකම්පාවක් වාර්තා වෙන්නේ. දේපල සහ ජීවිතහානි ඉතා විශාල ප්‍රමාණයක් අලව්වානියක් සිදුවලා තියෙන බව තමයි දැනගන්න ලැබෙන්නේ පුවත් තරහා. ඉතින් ඔයාලට මේ පෙන්වන්නේ සජීවී දර්ශන. ඉතින් දිගටම මේ භූමිකම්පා විශාල ප්‍රමාණයක් දැනට තුර්කියේ වාර්තා වුණා. ඉතින් ඔයාලට මතක ඇති 2023 වර්ෂයේ ඉතා විශාල භූමිකම්පාවක් වාර්තා වුණා තුර්කියේ.
Immediately after the main quake, a series of aftershocks measuring between 4.0 and 4.6 hit the area.
8:10 දින රාත්‍රී 7:53ට සිද්ධ වුණා.
Turkey's Disaster and Emergency Management Authority warned residents not to enter damaged buildings, as aftershocks could still bring down all the cracked structures. In many neighborhoods, residents had to wait for engineers to inspect buildings before retrieving belongings, while many families could only watch their homes reduced to piles of rubble. The first casualty figures left the nation breathless. At least one person, an 81-year-old woman, was pulled from the rubble but did not survive, and about 29 others were injured, according to local officials. Around 16 buildings were completely destroyed, creating scenes of chaos with heaps of bricks, crushed cars, and shattered rooftops. In one house where 6 people lived in central Sindirgi, 4 were rescued alive, while 2 remained trapped under layers of concrete. Rescue teams listened in complete silence for any signs of life. Officials urgently assessed the situation, but admitted that the death toll could change as search operations continued. The tremors were felt far beyond Sindirgi. Neighboring provinces such as Izmir, Manisa, Usak, Aydin, Eskişehir, Sakarya, Tekirdağ, and especially Istanbul, nearly 200 kilometers away, experienced buildings swaying, furniture shaking, and a haunting reminder of the 2023 disaster. In Istanbul, many people rushed into the streets, gathered in parks and open spaces, eyes glued to their phones for updates. Many refused to return to their high-rise apartments until safety was confirmed by authorities. The reach of the tremors showed that while this was not on the scale of the 2023 catastrophe, it could still have significant psychological and physical impacts. The scene on the ground was chilling. Narrow streets now choked with dust, splintered wood, shattered glass, and broken bricks. The minaret of a mosque in Golkuk village snapped in half, lying in the square, cars buried under concrete, and neighbors and relatives cried as they joined rescue workers in clearing debris, hoping without collapsing the rest of the structure. When they shouted silence, it wasn't for drama, it was life or death. They needed to hear every faint tap, every weak breath to know where to dig. Volunteer groups from far-off provinces also arrived, bringing water, food, blankets, and medicine for those suddenly left homeless. The earthquake in Balıkesir reignited painful questions about preparedness and construction safety. Many collapsed buildings were said to be old or abandoned, but there were also residential homes, schools, and towers vulnerable to seismic shocks. After the 2023 disaster, Turkey implemented reforms in building standards, but rural areas and older structures remain weak spots. Every crack in the ground reveals a deeper crack in responsibility, urban planning, construction oversight, and the lack of retrofitting measures. The Sri disaster is a stark reminder that prevention efforts must be ongoing, especially in regions along major fault lines like the northern Anatolian Fault. Both central and local governments sprang into action. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan set condolences and closely monitored the situation, while ministries from health to interior, along with the Disaster and Emergency Management Authority, deployed forces to inspect buildings, coordinate relief, and transfer victims to hospitals.